Well, I'm live. It's Monday. Sorry I'm late. I was trying to contact an insurance company, and it's in America, and I'm in Colombia, so it's expensive, and they weren't answering their phones or anything. I give up. Anyhow, how's it going? What do I have here for the day? Oh, Schumann, the Democratic majority leader or minority leader or whatever he is he's competing against the party now. He's going to disrupt everything. He's more worried about his position because a lot of the candidates that are running are saying that they will get rid of him, and he's undermining those candidates. Not campaigning legitimately, but undermining them, and he should be removed. He's a do-nothing scumbag, just like most of the rest of them. Only he's a position of power to do something, and he's choosing not to. So that takes, he's pretty much gone. And then we have the war, which is always a lovely issue to start Monday off with. Trump's postponing attacks again. Now, the oil companies believe everything this guy says. Investors believe everything this guy says. And all his stocks does is bounce around. And to me, that's obvious stock manipulation, but they don't see it that way, They're blinded by this, I don't know, maybe it's the suntan oil, the suntan spray he uses or something. I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's just the smell that keeps everybody away from him, But it's definitely an issue. Uh, I don't know how to handle it. I don't know what to tell you. But one day we were at war and he's escalating. And then the other thing I told you I don't understand is that we're running out of ammunition. Well, when I say ammunition, I don't think we're running out of 7.62 or 5.23 or 50 caliber or any of that stuff. I think we're running out of the high-tech stuff, the stuff that costs $20 million a piece or something like that to drop on them. And if you really want to do damage to the country, and I don't, because I don't think it's a relevant situation right now. Carpet bomb the country with conventional weapon fire, a couple of big blockbuster bombs if you want to drop them, and then screw it. That's the end of it. You know what they did to Tokyo. Do that to Tehran. Instead, we're going around and we're protecting the civilian, which is fine, but it appears the civilian population is supporting the war now and supporting the government who wants to end this thing, Just carpet bomb it. And that, then they wanted to keep negotiating, we'll negotiate, but to be negotiating at our table in our country, what have you. I don't want any of this to happen, but I'm saying the game he's playing is doing nothing but making him and his friends richer. And that's, to me, is a big red flag, and that's something that should be done about it. But I don't see it coming around real soon, you know what I mean? The Pentagon is so desperate, they're crowdsourcing for ideas on what to do next. Just take all the conventional bombs you can, put them in a B-52 bomber, send the bomber over there, drop it all on Tehran. You may lose a B-52 or what have you, but, they'll stop talking to you. But they're just they're going about this in such a way that it's just not. What's the comment I want to say? It just doesn't appear that they really want to end this thing at all. And I'm talking about the American side now. I'm not talking about the Iranian side. Nobody wants to end this war because everybody's making money on it. So there must be some people in Tehran that are making money off of this deal. You know, you have China and Russia both selling and buying their oil and selling their and selling them weapons. You know, and it's going to go on. This war can go on. It's going to get worse. Now you got Saudi Arabia involved in it, and you got Egypt is got hit, and they're upset, and everybody's upset over there. And Trump's probably the one that bombed Egypt, trying to get Egypt to come in on their side. You know, I wouldn't put it past Trump. He's that evil. So I don't really I don't understand how you can go about this the way they're going about it. I know combat situations. I'm not at the level of some generals or anything like that. You know, because I couldn't kill that many people just for 100 yards. You know what I mean? But what you're looking at is you're looking at a government that doesn't appear to want to end this war, and that's the United States. They keep breaking treaties. It's you can't believe anything anybody says over there anymore. And Trump, you can't believe at all to begin with. Speaking of the Donald, I believe that he is suffering from what I've seen the last few days and what have you. It's called adult attention deficit disorder. Kids get it. Kids have it in school, and they use Adderall, or I think is the name of the drug they use to try and get them to pay attention better. It makes them, forces them to concentrate more. Trump Trump has it and has it quite badly. I think, based upon what I'm seeing, he has this tendency to fall asleep. He has a tendency to wander in his conversations, and excuse me, he used to call that wandering stuff. That was his. He says he loved the chaos because it caused people to pay attention more or something. I don't know what the deal is, but that's not deliberate anymore. He's just stupid. It's attention deficit disorder. I don't think it's dementia. I don't think that's a form of dementia, but dementia isn't going to help it, you know. And by the way, that's Lucy that just showed up. Looking up at the camera. She's here. Yeah, it's my little girlfriend. She's looking for cookies, but not right now. But anyhow, I'm saying this honestly, and I believe this, that there's just something really, really wrong with the situation there. I don't understand how he could stay in office being like that, you know, but because he's not really aware of what's going on. And it's been said before, and it's said now, he doesn't read reports. If you have to be in front of him and you have to tell him, and the shorter and more concise, and the fact that it leans towards what he believes is how you get it across. Otherwise, he's not going to pay any attention to it, because between his old age and this attention deficit disorder that he has, he's going to, you know, forget what you're talking about, and he's going to forget what he wanted to say. That and the fact that I don't think he's had a really great idea in a long time, so I don't know what that's all about. You know, he gets fixated on things. Tariffs is the way to go, so he's just going to do that. The point about tariffs is that he makes money off of them. He and his cronies make money off of that. You know, you say, well, he's not corrupt. I said, name a president that made in the first, November, from January, just what 6 7 months, that's made $3 or $4 billion while they were in office. Name a president, any president. Name an emperor that's done that. You know, this is an amazingly corrupt government he's dealing with, and he's the leader of the pack there. So yeah, this is all you know, not well. Okay, have you guys seen the other article? There was a headline on what, CNN, that the intelligence community is what they do, crowdsourcing ideas for tactics to what to do next. They're asking for help. You know, what do you want to do? You know, and I understand that they do this within the confines of their offices. You know, they sit around and they uh, I don't know, remember the exact term, but they bullshit back and forth about what we should do. And, you know, is this a great, what do you think about this idea? What do you think about that idea? I think asking the troops what they want to do is because a lot of them are going to say surrender, and some of them are probably going to say surrender, want to say surrender and go home, but they won't say that. I don't think they want to surrender, but they just want to say stop. It was never declared war. So stopping is very simple. You just stop. There's no winner, there's no loser. Iran will win, the United States will say they won. You say Iran lost, US lost. It's a push, you know, and that your opinion of that is what determines whether I guess the public opinion or whether it's a good idea or not, just to stop it. But it's not. It's not that complicated, folks. But apparently it is for them. So, I don't know. Do you know if you have any? Well, see, I'm not going to crowdsource it because I know some of the answers I'll get, and I won't be able to repeat them on air. I have people dropping in and dropping out all day long when I do this. I don't know why. I do try to be interesting, but I guess I'm not. But that's life. You know, this is live. That's why I was late this morning. I have problems I have to take care of that have nothing to do with this. You know, people at the other guys, the David Reddishes and I forget the Occupy Democrats, people, even the ones I like, they have secretaries or they have staff or they have a lot of time on their hands. I get a lot of time on my hands, but I'm not going to spend it reviewing videos for so I can come out here and talk about them. You know, I scan headlines, I pick stuff out, I read some of the stuff I don't read. Because the headlines are misleading in most cases nowadays. Because as I said before on this channel, that they do it to get you to click on it because everybody's paid by clicks. I don't get paid. I don't have enough viewers. I don't have enough whatever. I have more than enough videos. I just don't have enough viewers to get paid for it. You know, and then I just saw how they pay you, and it's the most convulsed system of getting paid I've ever seen. If you have hundreds of thousands of viewers clicking on you every day, then it's worthwhile because you're going to take money after this or that. It's just it's like auctioning something off on eBay. You know, by the time you're done, you're lucky if you can break even because you can't discount the product. If you discount the product, you're putting yourself in the hole. You know. Well, anyhow, that's it for me today because I'm trying to keep this to 15 minutes because that's when I start to fade. So I'm assuming you're fading too. So anyhow, have a great day. Subscribe to me. It should be around someplace. I'm going to check again today to see if they put it up, or I asked them, try to get it on there, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I may have to add a request for subscriptions to every video that you can click on, but I don't know how to do that. I have to try and figure that out. So in the meantime, try to subscribe to me. Somebody else did. I'm up to 29 now. A young lady, I believe, did that. Difficult for me to find out your names. Maybe you don't want me to know your names. That's okay. I understand perfectly. But otherwise, listen, you can comment on this stuff. You're supposed to be able to comment on my videos. So if you want to do that, go ahead. But in the meantime, I've overextended my 15 minutes again. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.